So, lady and gentlemen, if you still have a crush on someone or you're still in love with your ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend, you have one-itis. Let me explain. You may ask yourself, how did I know this? Well, because this have happened to me. Let's move back 12 years ago when I was 8 years old. I was living in Barranquilla, Colombia, a hot weather city, and I was in my living room doing my business. I heard a noise, so I walked to the window to see what was going on. I was wondering if any of my friends was out there to go out and play. But instead, what I noticed was a family moving to the house next to me. This family had a daughter. Her name, I'll be using a fictional name because I want to protect her identity. So her name we're going to suppose was Monica. Later that night, we got introduced each other through our parents. She was 9 years old and I was 8 years old. I was finishing elementary school and she was starting high school. I was totally intrigued and interested to get to know her because I liked her. I describe it as love at first sight. So we get along and we introduce each other, my friends, and she introduced sometimes her cousins. We used to do kid stuff such as hide and seek, such as running, such as playing soccer. So we have a lot of fun. But I used to invest more time to get to know her more, and I used to give her chocolates, and I used to sometimes stay on her home. Sometimes their parents asked me to stay to eat dinner with them. Also, one day I stayed alone with her in the living room and I asked her to close her eyes and open her mouth. I kissed her. I know this is embarrassing, but it was my first kiss. So she asked me if I liked her. I told her the truth. Yes, I like you. To keep things short, she put me on the friend zone. But after she put me on the friend zone, I asked her for 2 more kisses. So deep down, I thought it was a reciprocated love. So the rest of the months, we stay as friends. I even invite her to one of my birthdays. A couple months later, she and her parents moved to another house. It broke me because I didn't have a way to communicate with her or to text message with her. So I was very depressed and lonely. My mom didn't know what to advise me because she's a single mother and she doesn't know how to advise a young boy. So I kept the emotion as a nostalgic emotion. I don't get over her because I still have that conflict of emotions, and every time that I dated other girl, I always compare her with the girl that I was dating. And this is very toxic because you cannot drive forward if you're looking at the rear window. And that's something that I didn't learn until too late. In my 12 years of experience dealing with women and learning how they work, I always have the nostalgic feelings, these romantic daydreams to get together with her and make a family and be bride and husband. But all that is just fairy tales that I make to myself, and this is something that is not healthy. And I strongly advise to men and women who have something very similar to drive forward and forget and just stay with the good feelings of the past. Just like saying we were having a good time, but that's something of the past. And I strongly believe that once you get over that attachment from the past, you could now let someone to replace that companionship, to replace that empty spot. And I totally encourage men to go MGTOW and develop yourself, develop your talents, and on the side date some girls, get to know them, see if you like it, take it to your home to see her real personality, to see if you're match, and then get engaged and then form a family. If you're rich, ask the girl to sign a prenup, because otherwise she's going to take half of everything you have. So that's all for today's video. It was fast, but I just wanted to give it out and make people to learn about my experiences, because I think it's wise to learn from other people's mistakes. So I'll be seeing you soon. Bye bye.